Okay, so excuse me, this will be a quick rundown of the Kneeboard mod at the moment as far as the CAS 9-liner goes. So once you open it up, you've got a 9-liner proforma here to fill out. You can fill out any of the boxes, any of the text boxes all the way down, and yeah, so a little bit of info up the top just as far as like how to read back and all that sort of thing is concerned. So you start off, you can punch in the aircraft call sign and the JTAC call sign, and then you hook in. So it doesn't matter whether you're acting as a JTAC or a pilot. This will be the same screen either way. So the JTAC potentially can fill it out and then send it across to the pilot when it's time to send the fire mission. Or the pilot can, just as I'm doing here, fill it out on the ground for his own mission if he's not being controlled by JTAC or anything or any other controller. So that's whatever aircraft and JTAC call signs, you can fill them out. However, and no dramas. So you can bring up your map. You're already going to have a target picked out. So let's say Old Outpost is going to be the target. This building here. This is a 2-story long white building from memory. So I won't go through the whole thing because there's plenty of tooltips and stuff like that along the way to kind of indicate what you need to fill out. I'll just point out a couple of things that kind of, I guess, need to be adhered to. But for example, you pick your IP as a plane, your initial point. Say your IP is going to be down in here. You just pick it out. It doesn't matter what, you can type in any kind of grid here. Because it's just for your information. So basically with IP is going to be a 6-figure grid, so it's going to be 0. I'm going to turn, hold on, I need to stop track IR. It's got to be distracting in the background. So 019, it's going to be this grid square. So 019 across and 041 up. So 019, 041. You don't have to put a space, it's easier to read though. And then once you've got the text box selected, double click and there it is. I cannot remember if I made it work with this. Yep, there we go. So you can do it with both of these ones to chuck it on the map, so you don't have to keep bringing this up if you're going to need to refer to it later. You can do that. So there's your IPBP. Now with the heading and offset will populate the one marker with both the lines of information, but the heading, you see it's degrees 0 to 360, so that's how you want to put it in, because it will angle the arrow that it spawns in that direction. So say we're going east, obviously, so you chuck in 90 degrees. Let's just leave this at 0, and then you throw it down in front by double left clicking, and then it'll angle the arrow. If you put in 180, it's going to point it south. To remove a marker, all you need to do is hold down shift or left shift and then right click the mouse, and it'll get rid of it. It'll get rid of the closest marker to the cursor, so just be careful if you're deleting markers that way. So let's go down. Everything else like target description, location, all that, they'll you probably want to drop those on the actual target. So if this is the target location, grid offset visual, so we'll use a grid here, so we'll put it to an 8-figure grid because it's a pretty big target. So 0435, 0435 both ways. It's just a chance that it works out the same, and then drop it in and it's there. So that's how that works. Now the egress, hover over it, says 4 or 8-point directions, so either cardinal or semi-cardinal directions, and it gives you an example there. So you want to follow the example as I've written it in there for it to work properly for east, north, southeast, etc. So if we type in, say we're going to bug out down to the southeast, if we type in southeast, then the script will recognize southeast as an actual direction, and when you drop it in, it'll point the arrow southeast. So it'll just point in the cardinals. You can't enter an actual number in here, just the cardinals. SE would have done the same thing. Oh, there we go. And that is about it. So once you've populated everything, it's hard to see on this map. I don't know if you can make markers appear bigger on this. You maybe can, but maybe I'll look into that at some point. However, and these next and previous buttons don't do anything at the moment. All your markers are still there though. However, when you go to the map, all the markers are full size so you can read them easily, just so long as you haven't put them too close to each other. And yeah, and so that's how it works. You can't delete the markers off the map either. So if you want to delete them, just bring up the Kneeboard and get rid of them that way. If you just want to spam delete them, just keep right clicking. So if you've got a whole bunch, if you got a whole bunch of different markers around the place for whatever, and you just want to delete them, just it'll delete the one closest to the cursor. So just sit there and off you go. And that's about it, I think. So hopefully it works all right for everyone else. Cheers.